Hello, take four. Here we are. Hey, Jen A. I see you're the first one back in. How you doing? Hey, Prepper Grunt and four. Well, again, apparently they don't want us talking about this stuff. They don't want us to be awake, and heaven forbid that we use our brains. We can't use our brains. We are not. We have to be told what to think, how to act, what to do. They don't want us thinking for ourselves. That defeats the purpose of everything that they are doing. So again, I will say, if we have another interruption, we will be back for take five. Okay, so please bear with me if there's a problem and we're interrupted again. I will be back on. I promise. I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to keep doing it as long as it takes. How many times it takes? I think our record is like 7, something like that. So we already, with being this take 4 already, like 25 minutes in total to the chat. Yeah. So interesting. So yeah, they're listening tonight, right? Yeah, they don't want the truth being told. So when I get interrupted a ton like this, I know. And again, just so you guys know, it is not my internet. My internet is fine. Yes, I live way out in the woods, but I have really good internet. Okay, so but again, when I lived in suburbia, if I had still lived in suburbia, I would be ready to defend my family, and I absolutely would. You can't let people act like they're going to do, like they're doing and get away with it. So, again, it's unfortunate. Yeah, I'm touching a nerve. Yeah, I guess so. Pissing somebody off tonight. That's for sure. But again, you know what? When you have people that want that anarchy, that want that stirring of the pot, like Antifa and other basically hate groups, and hate groups are all colors, guys, too, just by the way, okay, just to be clear. They have an agenda. And because people are upset, they're going to fan those flames. They're going to get people riled up. And that's what's going to happen. So, yep. Living Sweetly Journey says, work on your security protocols, folks. I'm going to tell you what, absolutely. I agree with that 100%. Let's see. Our Legion is not an elite club. That's for sure. We are not part of an elite club. We are the average citizen. And again, and I will say this over and over and over again, don't let this kind of crap divide us. I mean, you see what happened, as far as my subscriber count, because I didn't fit the mantra and follow the mantra exactly. I was called a horrible racist by a lot of people because I speak my mind and I say it like it is. I will always try to do that. I'm going to give you from my point of view, and that's what I'm trying to do. The Truth Warrior, Ed, do you think Marfugel's coverage of Seattle protests the other night was flagged and cut? I don't know. It could have been. It absolutely could have been, because I know that there was a lot of crazy stuff going on there in Seattle as well. So it's amazing to me how much longer before you're not just knocking. What? Hold on a second. I want to see what. How much longer before you're not just knocked off but can't get on at all? Baroness, that's a good question. I don't know. I mean, I'm always going to be honest. I'm going to say it like it is. That's just the way I am. I'm never going to change who I am. I don't sugarcoat anything for anybody. And if anybody's watched this channel for any length of time, I try to be as honest as I can be. I treat everybody the same. I don't favor this group or that group or the other group. And people are going to, you're always going to have people that are going to have. Okay, so here's the way I look at it. And this is the way I look at it. A lot of the people that jumped on me and attacked me and called me a racist and all this type of stuff, I think a lot of them are closet racists. And they were looking for an excuse, and that's what they used. And they used it to attack me. But here's the funny thing. A lot of the people that were making comments and saying, well, you're this and you're that, and I'm unsubscribing, I'd never heard of them before. They never commented. They never said anything, okay? Now, I've had plenty of my subscribers, and I see, this is what I hate. I hate to say my black subscribers, my white subscribers, my Muslim subscribers, my Indian subscribers. You're all just human beings to me. But I'm gonna just for the sake of this, trying to explain things. I've had a lot of my black subscribers that are loyal subscribers say to me they didn't agree with what I said on this subject, but they weren't going to leave because they disagreed with what I said because of one thing. Okay. And I perfectly get that. I will never know what it's like to be black because I'm not black. So I can't look at it from that perspective of a person of color. Okay. And I've been honest about that. Okay. But I try to look at a situation and don't interject race in it first thing off the bat. I don't ever want to do that because that feeds right into what they want. The powers that be that are trying to control us all. And as long as we continue to do that, they win. We will never focus on the true problems as long as we are infighting amongst each other. Okay. So, I have people of color in my group. My brother-in-law is half, I think he's half Hispanic. So, or Mexican. I think, or is he Mexican? He's either Mexican or Spanish. He's half of one of those, okay? He's in my group. And all of a sudden, I'm not going to be like, well, sorry, got to shoot you because, you're not full-blooded white. Who is? Kimmett, starting to believe media hype means to distract us from increasing tensions with China and Russia. Yeah, and again, now if you want to, we are playing a very dangerous. Oh, hold on a second. I want to do that other. Thank you very much for that donation, and I do agree with you what you said there as well. Bud just said we are in a very dangerous time. Black Lives Matter and Antifa are tools of the socialist left. It is no longer about Floyd. It's about flogging bad. Yeah, there's a lot of crazy stuff happening. And there is an agenda. Don't ever kid yourself that any kind of crisis is not going to be taking advantage of people that want that control. They want to enact what they want to enact. Right, John Fort Warger, I probably said that wrong there. He said, Ed, race doesn't matter. We are all human. And you're absolutely correct. We are all human beings. And that's how we need to be looking at this. We got a game like Rome had with the Goths. Yeah, exactly. Thank you very much, Prepper Chris, for that donation as well. Loot for George. Yeah, that's just it's craziness, and that's and it serves no purpose. Nobody wins in that. Nobody wins except the powers that be that want to completely control us. Pamela X, you can't fight hate with hate. It just multiplies the hate. Yep. Martin Luther King. You're right. And hating, I've said this before, hate only hurts the person who hates. I'm going to tell you what, there are people that I don't like. There are people that I don't care for. I don't hate them. But guess what? I'm not going to associate with them. I'm not going to have anything to do with them because of those. And generally, it's negative people. That's what I don't want to deal with. I don't want to deal with negativity or super judgmental people. We all have opinions, guys. Okay, you ever hear the old saying is opinions are like a-holes? Everybody has one, and they all stink, right? Okay, we all have our opinions. I give my opinion. Am I right all the time? Absolutely not. Okay, I don't even know if I'm right half the time. I have my opinion on stuff. I'm looking at from my perspective in life, from what I've dealt with in life, and from what I've seen. Hey, Gigi, do you think Creepy Joe has pooped his depends over the chaos? Where is he at? I think so. Part of this thing that I think is going on with this whole distraction of this, and thank you very much, Gigi, for that donation as well. Part of this thing, I think, what happened just before this whole incident happened and the chaos started with this one, okay? Didn't Joe just say something incredibly stupid about black people? Prepper Chris 1. All great empires last 250 years. Welcome to Aries. Yeah, right, exactly. Prepper Artie Franklin. Once both sides start shooting, martial law. You're right. And that's what they want. But just before this, if it was a staged event or a false flag or whatever the case may be, didn't Joe just put his foot in his mouth big time with black folks? Tell me that. Okay? He absolutely did. And how many times has he put his foot in his mouth? If we can keep everybody distracted and not realize what a moron Joe is, and now maybe possibly Joe has senile dementia, okay? Or maybe the fact that Joe probably is a closet racist himself, okay? What about all that stuff? We don't want to do that because we don't want to lose the black vote as a Democrats, right? We got to guarantee that you vote for us. Think about it, guys. Think about everything. I always try to look at the big picture. What purpose does this solve? What purpose does that solve? That's what we got to look at. Prepper Chris 1, if you don't vote for me, then you ain't black. Biden's words. Exactly. Exactly. And thank you for the donation. And that's exactly what he said. So how crazy is that? Guys, I see we're up to 921 in the chat now. We're at 244 and a thumbs up. If you have not shot a thumbs up yet, please do that to show support for the channel. I would appreciate that. It helps with the algorithms as well. And I just like to see a good amount of thumbs up by the time we get done with one of these shows. And I would appreciate that. So thank you. And again, if you are not subscribed, please make sure you subscribe. So let's get into, again, let's go refocus a little bit back on, is this just the beginning? I think this is the beginning of a lot of chaos, a lot of distractions, a lot of things to keep us focused off of other more important things. Somebody just said our issues that we're having with China and Russia. We are going to kill our trade agreement with Hong Kong because of what China is doing. Okay, that's causing tensions. That's going to cause a lot of tensions. You look at the billions of dollars in trade that we have with Hong Kong, specialized trade that we have with them because they were like a separate thing of China. Okay, that's going to go away. We've left the World Health, or we're going to be leaving the World Health Organization and supporting that. You know, there is a lot of stuff going on, that we're being distracted from, that we're not paying attention to. Oh, hold on a second. I want to make sure I read that. Prepper Chris 1, Ed, where's our Starships Earth? Kind of sucks now, LOL. Yeah, right? Yeah, it's crazy. It's just, you know what, guys? Focus on what is important. Continue to prep. Continue to get ready. Don't be victims. Don't get caught up in the hype. Don't get caught up in this stuff, okay? Don't get caught up in this hatred, because that's what they want. They want us to hate each other. Let's not do that. Let's work together as a human race of people, as a group of people that are going to say, I'm not falling for this crap anymore. I'm not buying it anymore. Stop feeding into this garbage with the media. That's what they want. They want us hating each other. They want us distracted, because then they can go ahead and do exactly what they want to do. All right? We're feeding right into it. We're absolutely feeding right into it. Continue to prep. Continue to get ready. I see things getting worse. I don't see things getting better for quite a while. And I think things could get really, really bad. Did you see the SpaceX launch? I did, Harvey Black. I did see that. I thought that was pretty cool, actually. I thought that was really cool. Called it Jade Helm 2020. It's all about, at the end of the day, it's about control. Absolute and complete control. I really, truly don't want somebody telling me what I can do, when I cannot do it, and do all these things all the time like they're doing. Prepper Artie Franklin, Floyd's family is not rioting, so why are others? Well, you know what? They're probably shocked with what's happened. They're probably very, very sad in dealing with this death, tragic death that should never have happened. Premeditated murder? Absolutely not. There's all kinds of stuff out there that it was staged, the whole 9 yards. None of it made sense to me. None of it made sense. Hey, Mr. Rose, why do protesters have to block a freeway? That's a great point. That is a great point. And I no idea why they do that. That doesn't help anything either. It doesn't help anything either. They're calling the riots, or I think they meant rioters, terrorists. Amy just said that. Yeah, it's just, it's sad. The whole thing is just absolutely sad. All this has worked out great for China. They are on the move big time. These riots look like child's play if we go to war with China. Oh, yeah, I agree with you 100%. Absolutely 100% on that. And that's from Freedom is Not Free, 1776. And thank you for that donation as well. No, none of this helps anything. This helps absolutely nothing. And it solves nothing. Rioting, stealing, hurting people, burning things, that helps no one. And I realize a lot of outside agitators were brought in to stir that pot, but it happens. Steve Rush said, "Hey, Ed, we'll never get a stimulus check now." That's actually kind of funny, you know. But, yeah, it's sad. The whole thing is sad, unnecessary. But again, we as preppers, we as off-gridders need to stay focused. We need to stay focused on what is important. Protecting your families, protecting your groups that you're with, that you're associated with, and getting ready. Don't stop getting ready. I would say now is more of a time to get ready than ever before, because again, I think, again, even with what's going on right now, okay, even with what's going on right now, I believe it is the lull before the storm. I think you see when the fall gets here, before the elections, it's going to be absolutely insane. It'll be absolutely insane. Scary times are coming, I believe. I think there's going to be